Hey everyone, welcome to the second lesson for how to tune your guitar. Last lesson I covered how to tune your guitar using a guitar tuner or a guitar tuning app. Today I'm going to show you how to tune your guitar assuming you're in a situation where you don't have a tuner or any other means of tuning the guitar, and instead you're going to have to learn to tune the guitar by ear or by using another reference pitch. In short, without a tuner. So there's a couple of ways to do it, and here's two of the ways that I've been taught how to do it, and I'm going to share it with you here now. They're pretty simple once you've got the general concept of it. So first of all, it's going to quickly put the guitar out of tune so that we can we can actually make use of this lesson. Okay, now that's the guitar out of tune. So now we're going to have to resolve it, but we're not going to use a tuner. We're going to be using other means to do it. So a couple of ways we can do this. Let's start off with the first one that's common when you're needing to tune your guitar. Let's say for instance you're at a gig or you're at an open mic, you need to tune your guitar but no one you know has a guitar tuner at hand. So you're going to have to find a way to tune the guitar yourself without the assistance of a tuner. So how do we do this? Well, first off, you want to ideally start off with some sort of reference pitch, whether that be from someone else's guitar or from a piano. So you need to have some kind of reference to in order to start from. And I would say that piano would be a better idea. I'm just going to move this back up here. Right, so that's E back up to where it should be. I haven't based that on a note. I just know it because I know that that's how it should be each time because I've tuned the guitar that often. I know how it should sound. But generally speaking, you want to either use a piano or another instrument for reference of what to tune to for a starting point. Once you have that starting pitch, you could use any string, but preferably it seems to make sense to do it in order, so you can just do it with the low E. Once you've done that, you can then tune all the other strings according to the pitch of the note that you've already tuned, the reference pitch. So in this case, we're going to be tuning it to E. So that's the pitch we're starting from. Now we're going to have to tune the rest of these strings based on the tuning of this note. So how do we do this? Well, we're going to start off with tuning up the A. It's slightly sharp now. But to test that, what we're going to do, we're going to play the 5th fret of the low E string. Just to play that now. Now that note is the same note as the open A string. That is also an A. It's the exact same note and the exact same pitch. So now what we want to do, we want to change. We want to alter the pitch of the A string, sorry, and we want to match it to the A note that's been heard on the low E string. So I'm just going to do that now. You might have to play it a few times to do that. Take your time when you're doing this and make sure you get it right. And like I said in the last lesson, when you're tuning down, make sure that you tune down, and then back up to the note rather than just straight down, in order to keep some tension on the pegs and the string, and it won't lose its grip and go out of tune. Now those two notes sound pretty close to me. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with the D string. It just so happens that the 5th fret on the A string is the same note as D. So we need to tune this up to D now. So we're going to use the note that you hear played on the 5th fret of A. Now we're going to tune the D string up to that note. Now obviously this does to a certain extent require a good sense of hearing, and you need to be able to be pretty good at distinguishing between the notes in order to achieve this well. But once you've practiced it a while, and once you practice tuning the guitar in general, you begin to become familiar with what notes you need to tune to and be able to distinguish between two notes, even if it's only like a fraction of a difference. Like for instance, if it was slightly out, that's only slightly out, but you can still kind of tell that one note is flatter than the other. So we'll tune that back up. So you should be able to develop that over time, the ability to tell the difference between the notes and adjust accordingly. So now we're going to do the same thing with the G string. Again, it's 5th fret on the D, makes a G note, exact same as the open G. So now we're going to match pitch that with the G string. It's too sharp. That sounds pretty good. Now is where things start to get a little bit different. Up until now, all the notes that we've used to tune all the strings have been based on the 5th fret of each string. Well, when we get up to this next string, it's going to be different. To tune up the B string, it's not going to be the 5th fret, because the 5th fret on the G is actually a C, and we want a B. So, and B is half a step down from C, so it's actually going to be the 4th fret. That's the B there, and the B is flat, so we're going to have to move that up a bit. Just always remember that though, that when you go to the tune the B string using this technique, it's the 4th fret on the G, not the 5th fret. And we've got one more string to go. It's the 5th fret on the B string to get that E note, which is what we want for the high E. So, just like before, we'll adjust the high E. Now let's check that they're all in tune. Sounds pretty good, but even if once you've done all that, it's a good idea to go through the whole process just quickly again, just to double check it and make sure that you haven't missed anything or made any slight adjustments, because they could happen even if you've done it for a long time, because you can still, everyone still makes mistakes, and you can still have or you can still like miss something or something slightly out. Or maybe it's just simply gone out of tune while you've been tuning it. These things happen, especially with new strings. New strings tend to go out of tune more often than old strings, and that's just natural, because they need to settle in. So anyway, it's still a good idea to make sure that it's still in tune after you've done it. So always double check, just quickly, just go through the whole process again. Make sure everything is in check. Even there, I think the D is still slightly flat, so I'm going to just very slightly put it up. That's better. So that's the first method. Now, just before I show you the second method, I'm just going to very quickly detune the guitar again, apart from the low E. Because the low E, we still want to use this reference pitch that we've already established. So the second technique for tuning without the use of a tuner is the use of harmonics. You can tune the guitar using harmonics. Now obviously you have to know how to play harmonics in order to use this technique, and if you want to learn to use harmonics, you can check out my series on where I cover briefly on harmonics. However, regardless of whether you know it or not, I'll show you how this works. So basically, you instead of playing notes using the pick or whatever to match pitch. You were using the use of natural harmonics, and certain natural harmonics, I should say, on certain string sets in order to match pitch the strings according to one reference pitch. First of all, if you want to match pitch low E and A, then what to do? Play the natural harmonic on the 5th fret of low E. That's the pitch you want, right? And then you then play the 7th fret natural harmonic on the A string. And now you play those two, and you see that the A is slightly flat. Hear that? So just like you did with the Latin 8, you just adjust accordingly. And you can actually hear, because it's a purer tone, you can actually hear the slight disruption in flattened and sharpened notes. I'll show you again. Hear how there's a slight tremor in the sound, sort of distorted tremor. That's because of the notes they're not quite close, and because of the slight difference, it causes a slight distorted sound, and which is one of the main reasons why many people prefer this technique of tuning, because they tend to, because it's a pure tone, they can listen carefully and they can pick up the sound and distinguish it better. First one, the second one is exactly the same. A string, 5th fret natural harmonic, and then you play the 7th fret natural harmonic on the D string. That's D sharp, we'll bring that down. There we are. Next we play again on the D string, the 5th fret harmonic, then the G string, the 7th fret natural harmonic, right? Now after this string, however, things start to change. It's not actually a proper way we can do it the G. Your best bet is to actually just do the technique where you play the G string on the 5th fret of D, and then you match it with the G. So I'm just going to quickly do that for you. Okay, so for the B string, again, there's a way, but it's going to be different to the previous strings. So instead, what you do for this one, you play the open B, and then you compare it with the natural harmonic on the 7th fret of low E string. That's a B. But even with a pure tone of the natural harmonic and the note of a picked note, you still hear that very subtle, distorted sound generated from the notes being different. And finally, for the high E, to tune that one up, the E5R, the easiest way is to just play the natural harmonic on the high E string, obviously, on the 12th fret, and then play the natural harmonic also on the 12th fret on the low E. And that's that.